In addition to being one of the biggest highlights of Real Madrid and world football, Arda Güler is a young man who knows very well how to enjoy the fortune he has acquired on the pitch. In today's video, you will get to know the luxurious life of Arda Güler. Born in February 2005 in the city of Ankara, Turkey, Arda Güler is a young prodigy of world football who quickly became one of the sport's greatest prospects. Despite having a childhood intensely focused on sports since the age of 9 at Gençlerbirliği in his hometown, Arda had to move to Fenerbahce in 2019, where his trajectory in the youth categories drew attention for his refined technique and above-average game vision. However, it was after being promoted to the Fenerbahce professional team in 2021 that his life began to take a new direction. At just 16 years old, he debuted in the Europa League and soon became the youngest player to score a goal for the club in the Turkish League, earning the nickname Turkish Messi. Shortly after, Arda Güler's talent caught the eye of Europe's biggest clubs. In July 2023, he started an exciting dispute between giants and transferred to Real Madrid, becoming a fundamental piece in the merengue squad. The player quickly gained notoriety on the international stage and became a true world phenomenon throughout the 2024 and 2025 seasons. Under the command of Carlo Ancelotti, he demonstrated precocious maturity, being decisive in La Liga and Champions League matches. Among his albums of greatest successes and achievements are the 2023 to 2024 Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup and the La Liga title, where Arda showed that his left foot is capable of deciding games in just a few minutes. In 2025, he was elected the best U23 player for the month of September in Spain, consolidating his position among the elite. As the years went by, his presence in the Turkey national team also became indispensable. He shone in the 2024 European Championship and led his national team in the qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup, scoring memorable goals and serving as the primary creative force of the national team. In addition to his trajectory at Real Madrid, Arda Güler also gained prominence by being nominated for prestigious individual awards, such as the Golden Boy, confirming that his potential knows no limits. And it is no wonder that Arda Güler is considered one of the most creative and astute midfielders of football's new generation. And thanks to all the success he has achieved on European pitches, the young star has already accumulated a significant fortune for his age, guaranteeing him a brilliant future and an extremely comfortable life at the top of world football. Many people wonder what types of real estate Arda Güler has lived in throughout his meteoric trajectory, which took him from a simple apartment in Ankara to the luxury of properties in Madrid and Istanbul. One of the houses where he lived as a youth, for example, is situated in the city of Ankara, the capital of Turkey. Arda grew up on the first floor of a modest apartment building in a middle-class family, where his father, Ümit, owned a small convenience store. The home was simple but full of encouragement. His father used to scatter balloons and footballs around the living room to force little Arda to kick them with his left foot, since there were no left-footed players in the family. It was in this environment that he learned he needed to fill the fridge, as his sister used to say before he became a phenomenon. After moving to Istanbul to play for Fenerbahce at the age of 13, Arda's housing life took its first big leap. Initially, he stayed in club facilities, but soon his parents sold everything in Ankara to live with him in the Turkish metropolis, ensuring the young prodigy had the necessary family support while he shined at the Şükrü Saracoğlu Stadium. In 2023, upon being signed by Real Madrid, Arda Güler moved to Spain. Initially, he settled in a temporary residence near the Valdebebas training center, but in March 2025, the player himself publicly confirmed that he bought his first house in Madrid. The acquisition was a symbolic gesture to end transfer rumors, proving his long-term commitment to the merengue club. It is a modern property situated in one of the most exclusive areas of Madrid, likely in La Moraleja or Pozuelo de Alarcón, where several football stars live. The house features spacious rooms, a private gym, essential for his physical transformation at the club, and leisure spaces where he lives with his parents and sister, maintaining the Turkish tradition of family unity. Arda's most significant investment in his home country occurred in May 2025. The player acquired a luxurious mansion in Istanbul, in the prestigious Acarkent Complex, for approximately $3 million. The villa features a monumental living room, a state-of-the-art kitchen, a private pool, and a stunning panoramic view. In addition to the purchase price, it is estimated that Arda invested another $2 million in renovations to match the place to his personal style. And if you are curious about the costs, maintaining a property of this size in Acarkent requires condo fees revolving around $360 per month. For the Turkish Messi, these properties represent not just luxury, but the fulfillment of the promise made to his family that football would transform their lives. Arda Güler's real estate reflects his rise, from the first floor in Ankara to million-dollar mansions in Madrid and Istanbul. A true empire being built at age 20, wouldn't you agree? Unlike rock legends, with their garages full of classics and noisy combustion engines, Arda Güler represents the new face of world football, modern, sustainable, and driven by elite partnerships. When it comes to choosing his machines to drive through the streets of Madrid, the young Turkish prodigy focuses on technological innovation and the comfort that Real Madrid star status provides. He has already been seen with and received several high-end automobiles, such as BMW XM, a powerful hybrid SUV that was his initial choice upon arriving in Spain, BMW i7 xDrive 60, the ultra-luxury electric sedan he selected for the 2025/2026 season, BMW i4 M50, a sporty electric model that is part of the club's elite fleet. Arda's relationship with cars is guided by the historic partnership between Real Madrid and BMW. In his first season in Spain, the Turkish Messi wasted no time and secured a BMW XM, one of the brand's most exclusive models, which combines a twin-turbo V8 engine with an electric motor to deliver 653 horsepower. At the time, the vehicle was valued at around €180,000. Recently, for the 2026 season, Arda raised the level of sophistication even further by choosing the BMW i7 xDrive 60. This is a 100% electric sedan, considered the top of the line from the German automaker, featuring an interior that resembles a cinema on wheels, including a giant screen for rear passengers. The vehicle Arda received is valued at around €140,000 and is capable of reaching 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.7 seconds. The curious thing is that, arriving in Madrid at just 18 years old, Arda shared relaxed moments alongside veteran teammates. Being one of the youngest in the squad, his choice of such luxurious and technological models caught the attention of the Spanish press, which highlighted how quickly the young Turk adapted to the Galactico lifestyle of the Merengue club. Being considered one of the most valuable young athletes on the planet and the natural successor to the lineage of classic number 10s, it is no wonder that Arda Güler, even at 20 years old, is already an extremely wealthy young man. His largest source of income, without a doubt, comes from his contract with Real Madrid, the most legendary club in football, where Arda became a fundamental piece under the management of Xabi Alonso in 2026. To get a sense of the player's financial success, by signing with the Merengue club until 2029, Arda secured an annual gross salary of €5.2 million. This fixed contract alone earns the young Turk approximately €100,000 per week, a value considered very high for athletes in his age group and one that places him at the top of the list of the highest-paid U21 players in the world. Arda's extra earnings are also impressive. For the historic conquest of the La Liga and Champions League double in the 2023/24 season, it is estimated that each player in the squad received a bonus of €1.2 million. But Arda Güler's fortune does not come only from salaries on the pitch. He has become Turkey's greatest commercial icon, being the main face of global brands in his home country. It is estimated that he earns between $2.5 and $3.5 million annually just from sponsorships and image partnerships, driven by his fan base of over 12 million followers. The reproduction of his image on licensed Real Madrid products, which sell millions of units around the globe, also adds significantly to his net worth. Additionally, he has strategic partnerships with brands like Adidas and electric vehicle manufacturers, who see in the young man the personification of the future of the sport. To give you an idea of how much he has accumulated in a short time, the purchase of his mansion in Istanbul for $3 million and his residence in Madrid are clear proof of his financial solidity. In 2026, it is estimated that the player's total earnings, summing all his sources of income and performance bonuses, exceeded the €8 million mark. And while no one knows for sure the total value accumulated in investments, sports financial sources estimate that Arda Güler has a net worth of approximately $10 million, a meteoric rise that transformed talent into a precocious financial empire. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, Dios to satisfy your curiosity.